got Chris Hourigan, the Managing Director of J&J, or Janssen, in Australia and New Zealand. Chris, tell us about J&J.
I think when people think about companies like J&J, maybe they think about the products that we actually sell, but really what is the role that we play worldwide, and we also play here in Australia, is we are an innovation commercialisation expert. And the market for innovation and commercialisation is a global market. And what we do is provide specialised services in making that happen. So if you look at the Australian context, we've signed locally over the last few years something like 15 different deals to take translational discoveries through to global commercialisation. We have, great development programs with, Cook University in Queensland. One is around hookworm, for instance, which we're looking at proteins coming out of that can be used in IBD treatments. We've got a spider venom program running with University of Queensland. We've got collaborations with CSL, and more recently we even look at small entrepreneurs. We ran a program called Hatch last year, which was really an innovation competition open to anyone. And the gentleman who ended up winning that, Phil Goebel, who has a program called QuantiCare, he's come up with a walking frame that actually can predict whether or not someone's going to have a fall. So we thought, we put up $100,000 for that. He had that idea. And now we're trying to help him identify, investors that can help commercialise that. So our special expertise is innovation and making sure that people can commercialise that and take it global.
Is this a spoken about strategy and a spoken about policy at a place like J&J on a global basis?
Yeah, absolutely. I look at J&J's perspective. We search the world for the best innovation, and we invariably go to countries where innovation is supported. And, I think we've got to put it on the table, and it'd be good to get Wyatt's viewpoint. Australia is a difficult environment for innovation. Whether you are an entrepreneur, you're an academic sitting in a university, or you're a multinational like J&J, this is not the best environment for commercialisation. And it's multifactorial as to why that is. We're probably not rewarding academics for commercialisation. We reward them for publication. You look at entrepreneurs, we have a very low tolerance for risk. Investors here in Australia like to see a return within 12 months. When look at science and technology, these are 7-year projects, 10-year projects. So you're not going to see a result for some time. We fail to recognise that the innovation market is global, right? So you can put $1 in Apple, you can put $1 in J&J, you can put $1 in the Mark Bouris Yellow Brick Road company, right? And investors want to see a return. So you've got to ensure that you can provide global level return. And there doesn't seem to be a good story around how all these different stakeholders can work together. How do we have really strong private-public partnerships where there's incentives for every single stakeholder to get the best Australian innovation to the global stage?
Do you think Australia has what it takes to be the great innovator? But assume policy is equal, everything's equivalent. Do we have the intellect? Do we have the scientists? Do we have everything that it takes?
The answer to that is yes, because we have an intrinsic innovation culture here. Australians find out-of-the-box solutions for ideas. We never say no. We're very resilient as a population. Maybe that's because of the way that everyone's turned up here. You had to be pretty resilient to actually make it on a boat all the way from the UK. But there is definitely the right attitude here, and we can do it. But we've got to basically put the right settings in place.
And globally, we recognise that way? I mean,
absolutely. And you look, most companies are sending their top discovery and R&D people out here because the track record's there. I mean, J&J alone has signed over 15 deals recently worth millions of dollars, right? So, if they're turning up and they're doing the deals, that the solutions are here and the expertise is here. So I think there is a fantastic opportunity, but we've also got to an extent, grow up and accept the fact that it's a global marketplace for innovation and it's not a level playing field.